So off camera, you just missed a very, very sweet moment that we just shared with one another.
We had a little love fest going on.
Yeah, I love you. I love you too.
I love you too.
We're going very late. If we both seem a little bit tired, we were sipping tea and hanging out and chit-chatting only as chosen siblings absolutely would.
Well, because now all we do is work. So when we finally get to do something fun like this, we actually get to chit-chat a little bit to test the microphones, and that's where all the fun comes out. So.
And we walked in the room, and we were just like, barge. Yeah. And they were like, oh, yeah, we're friends, too.
We actually talk about friend stuff.
Yeah.
No, and it's nice to actually have some time to actually calm down.
Yeah.
Kind of get away from the day, step back from our not only our day jobs, but then our night jobs too. And then just kind of do some fun stuff, catch up, and then talk about some fun books.
Yeah. Unintended consequences.
Yes.
Right? Unintended consequences. This podcast is going to force us to really spend more quality time. Yeah. That's going to be the thing that this is going to be. And you know what? I'm here for it.
Yeah. This is just our quality time.
I'm absolutely here for it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should probably tell people who the hell we are. So,
yeah.
Welcome back to the Spooky Frog Horrifying Podcast. I am Samantha. I run Spooky Frog Horrifying book fairs and events. I have the dance commander of the Goth Barge, which is the best title ever, Jeffy, with me. And I have not put on hard pants all day.
Same. These are sweaties.
Yeah.
I worked my way to get work from home today.
Yeah.
I had to do the furnace thing.
Yeah.
Our big drop of hot sauce just came back in.
Yeah, so you had to be that hot sauce is so good.
I can't wait for your hot sauce.
I'm really excited. So I just sent some concept art over to Hellfire Hot Sauce, which is local. They're out of Lake Geneva. They're going to take a look and see what they can do, but I'm really excited. Cool. Yeah, they've got some good green sauces. They've got a Vampira one that I really like. Yeah, it's really, really good.
So do they have samplers that they're going to send to you or anything like that? Or
I might just go down there because I've gone down there before. And if you haven't been to Lake Geneva, just to kind of tool around, the Hellfire Hot Sauce headquarters is there, and it's just in their little downtown area, and you can just go and try everything that they have. They've got a blueberry one that's really good. They've got another green one I like called Zombie Snot.
Sure.
So, and they've got some really cool art on their labels. And so after you got the Barge Dance for Inferno and how well that went over and how good it is, I had so much fun sampling that on the boat, by the way. So we did a Rocky Horror Picture Boat, and we had the hot sauce. We got that shipment the day before.
Yeah.
The day before that barge. And so I brought a bag of blue corn tortilla chips and was just doing samples with people on the boat. And I mean, it's got some kick to it. So there was a couple people that might have been a little too Caucasian for, and I'm like, it's not mayo. You're going to have to just take another chip. But it's really flavorful. And I love that they put the whole story on the packaging and everything and the artwork. So that inspired me to kind of do something and have one of our content creators actually working on some concept art for me. And so kind of going that route, and we'll see what comes of it. But I'll definitely have it by the book fair. We'll see if I'd like to have it before then so we can kind of play around with it too. But
yeah.
So we have merch.
Merch. Yeah, absolutely. Go to gothbarge.com, buy the sauce.
Yeah, the sauce is delicious. We'll have more stuff eventually too. So
yeah, we're going to be listing both hot sauces on the website once the Spooky Frog sauce is done as well. Yeah, that's right.
Blech.
Yeah, I like that. And also, green salsa is actually my favorite. We went a little bit of a different direction. We went Scotch bonnet with a little bit of
habanero, right?
Well, Scotch bonnet's a type of habanero.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's basically they're just inbreeding peppers to make new peppers. I mean, that's how this is happening. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean, when people are talking about genetically modified, this and that, a lot of times this is what they're doing.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just making a pepper.
Yeah. Well, look at our bananas. Like we wouldn't have bananas as
Right.
they are now if not for modifying things quite a bit. So
There's also some terrifying modifying stuff that's going on. But
when are we going to get like the cool monsters out of it though? Like,
agreed.
I want like all those 50s.
Plant
like,
zombies.
yeah, like let's get plant zombies. Let's get all those like 50s monsters. Like let's get some radioactive superheroes. And I'm kind of bored with like the current monsters that we have.
Bring on the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I really need to see the Dinklage.
Oh, yeah?
I do. I need to see the Dinklage version.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
We could get down with that. We'll have to do that sometime. With all the vast amounts of time that we have.
Yeah. I love watching half some movies. I've seen the beginning of so many films. You know how most of the films end? In a crazy banana, like just a weird mix in my brain, like as I sleep. That's how all movies end.
We watched all of Demolition Man while we were driving through the Appalachian Mountains, trying to outrace a hurricane.
Shout out.
Shout out Hurricane Helene.
Hey, that's a great film.
Wait, was it Helene? And then what was the other one? I forget. But like, yeah, we were like in between two hurricanes, racing one to try and get away. And then there was that lithium battery fire. And we're just watching Demolition Man in the middle of the night, just high on caffeine and chocolate.
Listen, you know.
So you've seen one movie at least.
Yeah.
We've watched one whole movie together.
Demolition was great.
Yeah, sure.
I would like to take you to Taco Bell.
Oh, God. I do like a crunch wrap though.
Tell me about your book.
Yes, so let's actually talk about stuff. So I have got a new book for us.
Hey.
So shout out to local author Nick Botic, who is actually from Milwaukee. So this is an actual local. So obviously I get a lot of local guys that are from the Midwest, but this guy's actually from Milwaukee. He's got such an awesome story. He's such a nice guy. His wife is a sweetheart. His book, we did Dathan Auerbach's Pen Pal on our first episode, and that was a, Reddit book first, or Reddit story first, and then it got going. Well, this is too. So Daughter's Drawings was the most, at least one of the most, and for a while I think it was the most viral post on NoSleep ever. And the book is called Daughter's Drawings. And actually, the author credits Dathan Auerbach and another author, Felix Blackwell, for pushing him to actually complete this and make a full novel out of it. Felix Blackwell is another author that got his start on NoSleep too, and we'll do that one at a later time. It's called Stolen Tongues, and it is super creepy. But Nick's a great guy. He was at the last Spooky Frog Book Fair. He's going to be at this next one too. He's got a really good story. So beyond just the NoSleep and the Reddit community, the way that he got to the Reddit community is a great story. So Nick had, put himself into rehab for heroin addiction. And he's pretty open about this, so I'm not like talking out of school or anything. He put himself through rehab. He worked very hard and went to the Reddit community as part of his recovery, really, to work on his writing. And this is what came out of that. So, and then the Reddit community and other authors on Reddit that were, getting their start too, really pushed him to complete his writing. And so it's just a really great story. He's got an amazing wife, Kimmy. And the fun part is that Kimmy's in the book.
Oh, wow.
So it's really fun. And it's funny because I was talking to him about doing this podcast and reading the book. And he said, well, now that you've met Kimmy, like now you probably have a different view now reading the book and why she's such a good and inspiring character too. So it's just such a cool background. In the book, he's got kids. He doesn't in real life. It's just some cats and a dog. So
sure.
Yeah, he's got like 5 cats and a dog.
Sure.
So they're animal people. And he's just a really inspiring guy in general. Very like understated, especially for somebody who writes such creepy stuff. But I thought it would be really cool for you to kind of see another Reddit connection, especially in somebody so local.
Yeah.
So super cool.
I love Reddit. You know that.
Yeah, you're a Reddit guy.
Yeah. Anytime you need, like, how do I fix my furnace? Reddit. You know what I mean? I mean, that's where all the answers live on the internet.
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to know about the history of something or how something came to be, you've got your Wikipedia. If you want to know how to disassemble your entire iPhone, go to Reddit. Like those are the people that'll walk you through literally everything.
Yeah.
And they have all the answers for all of that.
Or they just make phone calls to the manufacturer, like when you took apart your computer in high school and then didn't know how to put it back together.
Yes, that's true. Big shout out to Dell Support and whoever picked that up.
Oh, that poor soul.
Yeah.
We probably still talk about that to this day. Like,
I'm sure.
This crazy dude called me one day. This kid called me because he took apart his computer and didn't know how to put it back together.
And this was before like globalization had destroyed all of those jobs.
Well,
so this was just a guy that was just like,
hello.
And I was like, yeah, I took it apart. He goes, what do you mean you took it apart? I mean, inch by inch, I took it apart. I forgot I did that.
Oh, I did not.
I still have the box for that computer. Yeah, I put all the parts to my other computers in this box that I've had for like, oh my God, I'm going to age myself now, dude. What, almost 40 years? No, not even 40 years.
Why did I
35?
Men right there. Like,
I don't know. This was all orange groves.
Pepperidge Farm, remember? Oh, man. All right. Well, we get off topic very easily, clearly, which is hopefully why you're here. But yeah, no, it's a great Reddit story. Obviously, like, did very well. This book was also part of the Indie Horror Brawl, which is part of that Books of Horror Facebook.
Yeah.
So it did very well on there, too. It was very, very popular as part of that brawl. I was really excited to read it because then meeting Nick, talking to him a little bit, kind of knowing his background, and then, meeting Kimmy and everything, I thought it would be really cool then to see how he translated this, because there's a lot of Kimmy's actual like personality in the character in the book, which is his wife in the book. So the book, the concept behind it is it's a family road trip, right? So everyone loves the family road trip, except it goes horribly wrong. So they stop and they need to get the kids some food, and they get out and they go to this diner, and there's a son and a daughter, and the daughter has a just book full of drawings, and she leaves it in the car. They come back and it's gone. It's missing. Somebody's stolen this book of drawings from his daughter, which seems fairly benign. They're like, all right, maybe we left it somewhere.
Kids, they leave stuff.
Right. Yeah. It's like very benign. It's this totally
Stephanie's, they leave stuff. They just leave it. Wherever they left it, it's gone.
But so, they're thinking it might be somewhat benign. You're a little bit skeeved out because, hey. But, they're in this hick town, and they're at this hick diner, and no one seems to really give a care at all that this has happened to them, because they're like, some kids don't care. They stay one day, they're in this creepy hotel, they just want to get the heck out of this awful, creepy hick town, and just, they're like, all right, sorry, we'll get you a new notebook for all your drawings and everything. Except then the drawings start to come back.
Sure.
But they come back with additions to them. So someone has drawn themselves in to these drawings and inserted themselves, and they start to get darker and darker. And what's even creepier about it is that they turn up in places where they should not be able to be. So behind locked doors, being security systems, whoever is doing this is smart, and they are very patient. And that is part of what's really creepy about it. And the book reads almost more like a psychological thriller in a way, but it is definitely horrifying moments. It is a straight up horror book, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But the pace of it and how much kind of there's no like twists or anything. Like, you kind of know what's going on here. It is a stalker story, and it's really creepy. But how patient the guy is, how much he gets around everything, that's what's really almost like a really fast-paced psychological thriller about it, and it really keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time, which is really, really cool. So it's an amazing story. It's really, really creepy. It gets to the point where, things are written on the walls. Like, when they're sleeping, they wake up and it just says, "I am everywhere."
Sure. Sure.
So I'm like reading this, and I'm like totally down in my house, like checking to make sure that like the door is locked to everything. I think that's a good thing, but like, the stalker is so smart that at some point he starts sending gifts, right, for the little girl. And you'll even like remove the UPC code, some of the gifts, so there's no way to trace any of it, which is super creepy. they do get the police involved. They get the police involved from a small town. They get the police involved from their hometown. They end up moving across the country and not like telling anybody where they're going. They have to like hide it from friends and family. Like they go to extremes to get out of this situation. And that still doesn't solve the problem, even when they think it does. So this stands a couple of years where they are trying to get away from the situation, and it is just terrifying. I really like it. Somehow this stalker keeps finding them no matter what they do, and in the creepiest of ways too. So it's dark, it's twisted. I really like it. It's not a feel-good story, but it is. He's so enormously talented in the way he writes, which really, really impressed me. Like, you just keep going.
Style or like content or delivery or how?
The whole thing. So it reads almost like you're watching a movie in a way where like it is just so fast paced that you don't even think really about reading the actual words on the page, which I really, really liked.
I had that very much so with Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah?
I sat down on my couch. I think I was there for a few hours when I read through the entire thing, and I just did it in one sitting. And then I went, "Oh, this is the end. This is how this ends."
Yeah, that's kind of what I did here too. I think there was 2 days just because I had to actually go to work.
Sure.
Hard work getting in the way of my books again. But it was just. It didn't feel like I was even reading it. It just was that engaging in the story. So, and then again, it's just so funny realizing that his life in the book is his life in real life, and being able to rely on each other and seeing that kind of relationship between the two of them is that was a cute part for me. It's a really awful story.
Well, not to gas you up too much, but I mean that's some of the beauty of having these Spooky Frog events.
Yeah,
because you're showing up. Not only are you supporting the artist straight to their face,
yeah,
but also you're meeting the face, you're getting to meet the family, you're getting to see, oh, you're in the book. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, the cat's in the book. I'm meeting all of these different characters inside of here, and what a great community.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're all supporting one another as best they can, as communities do, and it's just such a wonderful situation to be able to meet all of these independent authors. It's the equivalent of going to an art gallery and meeting all of the artists, and asking them, no, what was your interpretation of this? What brought you here?
Musicians that, you
Exactly.
really admire. And that's the thing is where I really encourage people to get out and meet your authors. So we'll talk about this in the next episode, but you were recently at one of my events.
Yep.
There was an author named Christopher Hawkins that has a new book out. And so I did
Very cool cat.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Just super chill too,
Yep.
super friendly. And he agrees with my hot take on sinners. So
Still have not seen it.
See that for the next episode, and I'll give you my hot take on sinners, and I'll give the audience my hot take on sinners next episode. So,
And eventually we are going to start doing spoilers to these books.
Yeah.
We're going to have a separate piece of this.
Yeah, we'll have author interviews. I already have some of those set up where once we just get our stuff together, once we launch this, I have quite a few set and ready to go that are going to be happy to get on and do interviews. But I really encourage everybody, if you've got an author event in your town, even if it's not a genre that you normally would go for, or if it's something you haven't heard of, definitely go. You learn a ton. It makes the story so much richer, more engaging. We did an event at Boswell Book Company in Milwaukee out of Denver Avenue. You and Steph came.
Yep.
One of the other authors that is going to be at Spooky Frog came, Peter O'Keefe. He's a great guy. And me and Christopher Hawkins just did some Q&A where I was able to kind of ask him some questions about his process, about the book, and we opened it up to audience questions too. And it was a totally free event. And most towns do have some of these events either at your local bookstore or your local libraries. Definitely follow all of those types of places on social media. Find your local bookstores, go to them, look at their flyers, follow their social media, look at your local library, and please save our libraries.
He had put a very sweet message in the book.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
very
Isn't that
kind.
nice?
Yeah, and the one he wrote for Steph was also very sweet.
Yeah.
So just
Well, these authors, when you meet them, they want to interact with you. Like,
yeah.
they really want you to take time and enjoy their stories. They want your feedback. And they really do take the time to actually get to know you. I can say that my message in Daughter's Drawings is creepy instead of nice. So let me actually see. Let me see what Nick wrote here. Samantha,
See you in hell.
lock your car doors.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice job. Thank you. I'm terrified now. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
One day, Nick's just gonna be in there. I told you.
No, it's not going to stand up anymore. It's just going to flop there.
I got you. I got you.
What's funny is the book that I'm narrating has I can say that's a theme too. Lock your car doors for that book.
Interesting.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know that that would have helped the main character in this scenario. But
So we've talked briefly about the characters. You know, we talked
Yeah.
about the different people in his life and how that affected the story. And so when you met them, could you actually see the DNA?
Oh, that's a good question. So I hadn't read the book when I met Kenny.
Okay.
So
Now that you've met Kimmy
Yeah,
and you've read the
and
book.
that was the conversation. Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
she's a sweetheart, but you can tell she's like tough too.
You wonder if she can see it. You know, being in a book, like we've never been in a book. I've been in a comic book.
I'm sure some people have written some things about us, but they may not be kind.
Oh. Ooh,
Thanks, Internet.
spicy. Yeah.
But yeah, like I do wonder like how we would come across in characters. The comic book is fun, so
Yeah.
shout out to Willie.
Yeah. Hey, Willie, thanks for putting us in a comic book. More, I was just ramming people with a boat.
Yeah.
I mean, with my barge.
Yeah.
I was barging with my barge. Yeah.
Barging.
I was just barging.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
kind of like a good like analogy for you in general, just barging for.
I am constantly tumbling forward. When you said when we finally launch this thing, I was like, you know what? It's time. We've recorded 4 of these things. I'm just going to launch it. I'm just going to pick one of these platforms and just go, this is the thing that's happening now.
And you know what? The thing that's great about what we do is we have the advantage of being able to make mistakes. And,
Yeah.
you know, this is a low risk scenario, right? If something doesn't work out, this is not surgery. Like we're not saving lives here.
Right.
Although if we do, like, let us know.
Yeah.
But if this podcast saves your life, then there's something really going wrong. But
If this is the floaty.
if this is a floaty, you know, happy to be here, but I'm sorry.
Yes.
I apologize. But we give each other the gift of failure
Yes.
by just relentlessly throwing ourselves forward. And yes,
Yeah.
that is somewhat of a privileged position that we're in. Like,
Mhm.
you know, if we weren't in the positions we are mentally, you know, physically, somewhat financially, although literally all I do is spend money on books and this stuff now and the barge. And
Yeah.
so these are labors of love. Like, they're not really like, you know, no one's getting rich here. But, you know, if we didn't have the ability to do these things, we wouldn't be able to fall forward and fail forward.
That's right.
And I think that's something too, where bringing it back to that Reddit community and the community that indie horror provides and the community that the indie horror community on Reddit specifically provides is these ideas that you can fail forward. You can put out a short story. You can be on NoSleep and people will give you tips. You can tweak it and then you can keep failing forward until you get a finished product that is as brilliant as this, as brilliant as David Auerbach's book Pen Pal that we reviewed, as brilliant as Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell that we will be covering, and just keep on relentlessly failing forward. And I think that's a really good message that indie horror in general brings, and just I think becomes a philosophy for life, is just keep trying stuff. Like, how many dumb ideas have we had?
A billion.
Like, our whole thing is that we have really dumb ideas. Yep. But a lot of times they work and a lot of times they don't, you know,
Right.
And we just relentlessly keep falling forwards into sometimes success, sometimes black holes, but you just keep going.
Yeah. We just sold out our Cleveland boat.
Yes.
Thank you, Cleveland.
Yes. Oh.
And we have 3 boats there, which was possibly a mistake. You know,
Well,
I mean, that may be too many boats for that
we won't know
area
until we review this year and we find out kind of how these things are going. You know, the first one is on a holiday weekend, and It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be gorgeous.
So the route that boat goes on,
Fireworks.
Oh, yeah. So it goes down the Cuyahoga and into Lake Erie. But on the way to Lake Erie, you're going down this waterway on the river, and on either bank, there's so many different like bars and restaurants and cool like dance halls.
Right.
And it's just such a really cool like skyline, just city. And then it just spills out into Lake Erie, and you just have the blackness.
Yeah. And then you have like on
Random
the way
fireworks.
there, you're having fireworks because it's 4th of July,
Right.
but also all of the infrastructure that remains from the era where all of this was the Rust Belt. So you have all that Rust
all
Belt
that infrastructure
just kind of like bridges that are just
haunting.
struck up. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be listening to industrial music, I'll tell you, this is the place and time to deep. But getting back to the point, I'm launching a yacht rock.
Yeah.
Which is not my cup of tea necessarily.
You know my feelings on yacht rock.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you brought this idea to the group, I was like, all right, I hate this, but I'm going to hear you out.
Yeah. And it's just what we're doing is we're trying to do a boat and then take an hour break and then a boat to try and,
boat on boat action.
Boat on boat action to kind of like prop a leg up there.
Yeah.
So that we can keep the boat afloat. You know what I mean?
We're going to float your boats.
Yeah. So just one more leg on the stool.
Yeah.
Is what we're trying to do.
Yeah. And again, that could be
a really bad idea.
Right.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We're finding out currently.
Yeah.
So if you're hearing this and it's before, it has to be before. It is before this, and you like yacht rock,
you should get on this yacht rock boat
Cleveland. In Cleveland.
Cleveland has really impressed me as a city in general.
As a people, they're great.
Yeah. And like that little area around the botanical gardens and where it's kind of like more like a university area.
Yeah.
So pretty. Pretty navigable as far as like I have no sense of direction, and I was able to kind of navigate around the city. So
gorgeous cemeteries.
Yeah.
I didn't
see the cemeteries.
Well, I know you missed out.
I know. I deadheaded it last year. I think I got off of work, right? And I just deadheaded it straight to Cleveland. Also, shout out to the Ohio highway system having like the best consistent rest stops ever.
Yeah.
It is the straightest, most boring drive I've ever had, except for Indiana. But it's like very consistent rest stops, and they're all clean. They all have plenty of like cool food and stuff. Like it actually worked very well. But yeah, I just deadheaded it out there. Got to you guys in time to just eat some food and then go right to the boat, run that boat, do the merge.
Hell's Chicken. Straight to the boat.
Right, straight to the boat. And then I think I went back to the hotel when you went to the after party because I needed to head back the next morning.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a lot of time to enjoy that city, but I'm looking forward to the boat that's in October because that's when I'm going to come back. So
yeah, the one in October is going to be the Blood Barge.
Big boat.
And it's going to be, 200 people or something like that or something crazy?
It's the big boat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big guy. Lady Caroline, we were able to strike a deal because it's in October, but it's an indoor boat. Yeah,
so even if it's kind of crummy weather in October, like we get in the Midwest, we're going to be just fine. It's going to be enclosed, so it's going to be great. Also enclosed is the New Orleans boat.
Yeah.
So that one's going to be great too.
We're launching that one. That's going to be October 25th.
25th, yeah.
So, and
Halloween in New Orleans. Like, do you want to come and like hang out with us in New Orleans for Halloween on a paddle boat, like one of those paddle wheel boats on the Mississippi River, and do got bar stuff, and there's food.
And I'm just gonna say, it's spooky Mardi Gras,
yes,
with a little bit of a crowd, but like the right crowd.
Yeah.
And then they also don't. So most people don't know this about New Orleans, but if you go during Mardi Gras, most of the kitchens shut down and they'll do one thing. So you can go in there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they have to do it on volume.
Yeah.
So they are doing jambalaya. That's it. You're getting that.
Right.
They are doing a burger. You can get a burger at this place, at this establishment. So if you were going there to have the New Orleans experience, you're getting half of it. You actually are getting robbed when you're going during Mardi Gras. And that's a personal thing. I know a lot of people really enjoy Mardi Gras, but I really want the experience of the city. I don't want it to be overcrowded. And also, Mardi Gras tends to bring in a different,
it's
a rough
It's
crowd.
a little bit of you get a mixed crowd. A lot of people just drinking way too much. Eve that we're hooked up with now for New Orleans. Eve Hill. Eve Hill. Shout out to Eve Hill. Hi.
Hey, Eve Hill.
She hasn't actually met us yet. We've just talked to her over the internet. So, God, I just dated myself over the internet.
Over the internet.
Over the
internet. Or the interwebs.
Oh my God.
I mean, I met her briefly. I saw her DJ when I took the shrimp down
right.
for her birthday.
Yeah, the shrimp capital.
Yep, and I ended up taking her down there for her birthday, and her birthday's right around Halloween. So we spent some time in New Orleans. We spent a whole week there. Boy, it was fantastic. I love New Orleans. It's my second city.
I'm excited
the Crescent City, second city.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it for the first time in my life. I was like,
and that's just criminal.
Oh, I know.
Being who you are, and never and
right, because
having me as your sworn sibling,
right,
and being a swamp person.
I am a swamp creature. Like I am some kind of lizard creature that likes hot, humid weather. Like let me bask in the sun.
The day before this boat, I am taking you to the swamp preserves out there, and we are going to spend some time.
Yeah, if we can get down,
you have to.
Well, if we can get down there in time, so,
you have to.
Yeah, I plan to be there.
You need to figure this out.
Friday afternoon. Be there Friday afternoon.
We might have to go Saturday morning during the day, but
why not? Let's go
we have to figure this out.
Yeah, let's do swamp things. So
I'm
like a swamp creature. My parents lived in Florida for like a dozen years, and they were very rural, and they were on a lake on the nature coast, a series of like those chain lakes. And so all I would do is just put in a kayak, and I would just be in the swamps for hours and hours just by myself.
For sure.
So I'm just a swamp creature. Eventually, we'll talk about the book again.
We just have
a lot that we do.
We have a lot.
And we like talking about it. So, but yes, join us in New Orleans. But yeah, Eve Hill was telling us that a lot of places aren't open for food very late at night in New Orleans, which I thought was crazy. Because like, why wouldn't you be? But then she was making commentary that it's a really good thing that we're going to have food on the boat.
Yeah.
Because people might not have options afterwards. So especially if they're drinking, like we want everybody to be safe and,
I will say Dat Dog in Marnie stays open till probably, I think like 1 o'clock.
We're getting Dat Dog.
And Dat Dog. So I'm sorry. We're just going to go on another story. We're here and I have to tell the story. So when I originally went down to New Orleans, I was with my buddy Mikey. Mikey's actually one of the main reasons that Goth Barge even exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, man? Hope you're listening.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Like, how does this happen?
Shout out show. Man, we went down there. We were walking through the city. The one thing that I noticed was a very big lack of hot dogs. And I guess you wouldn't find, I am a hot dog connoisseur.
Yeah,
I should clarify.
Chicago, like,
I love hot dogs. I did the hot dog tour of Chicago.
I do love a hot dog.
I did the Vienna sausage factory tour.
I'm a big fan of tubed meat.
Yeah,
so,
I love a tubed meat.
Me up.
Yeah, brats.
I love a brat. So did I tell you that this past weekend we went out motorcycle riding and we went to the Johnsonville store because I'm like,
yes.
And I'm like, they've got to have bratwurst there.
Yes.
No, they did not.
Wow.
They were not cooking bratwurst. You could buy frozen brats. You could buy brats to cook yourself at home. And I'm like, I didn't come all the way here.
Straight to jail.
Yeah. Like this should be illegal. I'm calling the police. Like, why? Why can I not have a brat at the Johnsonville?
My name is Karen.
Yes. Hello, is it Bronx you're looking for? No, we're not. We're not doing this.
It is.
But yeah, so I could not get my tube meat. So this is the tube meat hour.
So I'm down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'm walking around, and the one thing that I noticed there was one stand, and it was shaped in like a hot dog, and I was like, oh, this is my guy. This is my guy. I show up. He's got some onions. He's got ketchup and mustard.
All right, I can work with that.
We're in New Orleans. We're in the flavor city.
What did you want on that hot dog?
Let me tell you what I want. I want a Dat Dog. I want a Dat Dog. And I don't know when they launched, but I did not know that they existed. I swore to myself I was going to actually quit everything and go down to New Orleans and open up a hot dog stand because this is
again our stupid ideas.
Well,
like
I just noticed a break. Like this is the most flavorful city in the world, and your hot dog stand is atrocious.
Okay, but what did you want on this hot dog other than what was
Sport
provided to you?
peppers,
All right, I'm with you there.
jalapeno,
The whole salt thing, that can go to hell.
chili,
The whole like celery
cheese,
salt, no. Why are
anything,
you putting cheese on a hot
all
dog?
kinds of stuff. Also, where's the andouille sausage? Where's
An andouille dog.
I yes,
I could
I
do-
want
yeah,
a
we could get down with that.
I want a gator dog.
Okay.
I want to and here, I mean, and I'll tell you, that dog delivered that and more.
Okay. We're going to that
They've
dog.
got gator dogs. They've got a dog called the werewolf.
Mhm.
I'm telling you. And
I
then
do
and
have
then
a
they
soft
paired it
spot
with
for
something. They went well beyond my vision. They did tots. Now they have these like loaded crazy tots that they do all these loaded things with.
Tot.
I am upset. I am upset with you. You reached into my brain. You stole my idea, Dat Dog. I at least want a free hot dog. That's
Okay,
what I
well,
want.
we should probably contact them ahead of time and show them this and your rant with throwing the microphone because you're mad at them. And
I'm
I'm
very
sure
upset.
this will go over very, very well. That's what we should just do. Rant about something and then they'll give us free stuff, right? That's how
Yeah.
it works.
Can I do that with Happy Dog in Cleveland? Also, if you're ever in Cleveland and you want a really good hot dog, and also a bunch of punk kids just putting on a random show,
Oh, I
because
love
that'll
this.
just break out.
Oh,
They
I
have
love
like one of those stages that are like the size of this table,
and
and
you're like, how do they even stay on it?
how do they stay on it? But like these kids are like pogoing up on the stage, and I am living for this. And it's one of those hot dog places where you they give you like here's your book, and you just like select the thing that you want, and then give them.
Because then I end up getting
the
like
slip?
everything.
Yes.
Because why wouldn't you?
Why would you not?
It's like almost like a dim sum menu for like a hot dog.
Bingo.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly
dim
what
sum.
it is.
Oh, dim sum.
Yeah, and then you turn it around. Tots again. There they are. Loaded tots.
That's a good-
Tots and dogs, man. Tots and dogs.
I feel like that's a euphemism for something.
What were we talking about? Were we talking about a book?
Tots and dogs, yeah.
I swear to God, there was a book.
We were there. We're right there.
We're both very sleepy.
Yes. Yeah. No, we're good. We're very sleepy. So I get up extremely early because I'm an insane person, and I'm also somebody who stays up too late because I need to have my like alone time at either end of my day,
Yeah.
especially because for my day job, I interact with people all the time.
We're both business professionals by day, and then
Professionals.
big quotations.
Professionals.
Professionals.
I still feel like somebody doesn't know that I'm a child sort of dressed up like an adult, except I look like an idiot all the time.
I drive into work in a goth van.
Yeah.
It literally, the license plate says Gothic.
Yeah.
It's got our website on the back. Yes.
I literally just got an emblem for my car that goes under like the make and model part, and it says horror edition.
I literally just took the make and model or the make off of the vehicle.
Oh yeah. See, I just put the thing on there, and I just ordered some license plate covers too. We're children. We are children. Somebody let us be adults and gave us like, an adult bank account.
Yeah.
And we have done nothing but be complete idiots with it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
But
we're
what
also
lets us do this stuff.
we're doing this culture jamming
Yes.
that I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
That we can, like when somebody says stay weird or keep Milwaukee weird or keep Cleveland weird or keep it real, we are doing it.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. Like we're
And-
creating these spaces.
Yeah.
And we're also creating
Spaces for people to
for people.
exactly.
Yes. And not just vehicles for dips.
Yeah.
I had to
And-
sneak that in there. It's going to never die. No, it's amazing.
These safe spaces are so important right now.
Yeah, especially right now where there's so much going on. There's so much negative things. Things are very much at risk, and not to get very dark, but having places where people can safely express themselves is so important, especially because there's a whole group of young people that are coming up in a really contentious time that are just trying to find themselves, and providing these spaces for not only young people, but people who have been in the scene a long time, or maybe they never were in the scene and have just sort of joined now
Right.
and are finding themselves or have been doing it forever. Like that's what's really been striking to me is
Mhm.
about what we do is it is creating those spaces. And that makes me really happy. Like it makes my little black heart just flutter a little bit.
Shout out to Mad Planet Teen Nights.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where a lot of this is just payback for that existing in the first place. You know, I mean, when I think about coming up, and I was extremely shy. It was
you know me. I didn't talk to anybody.
I had a very hard time socializing, and this made me realize that, so there are other people out there like me.
Yeah.
There are other people who have other interests than just the sports ball and being a bro and being a jock and,
right.
you know,
well, that's how we found our space in the world. Yeah. You know, it was places like Mad Planet, you know, and Club Anything, and you know, going there, especially at such a young age, and being able to really find a home when our entire lives we didn't really have one. You know, it was always, we were the outsiders very much. We were the outcasts. We were the weirdos. Like, we are the weirdos, mister. But it was true. Like, we didn't really have a space until we went to places like Mad Planet. Yeah. And so being able to recreate those spaces and then expand on it and take it to a national level is really rewarding. And I think that's what keeps both of us going when we both get tired and frustrated.
It's that experience. You know, when people come up and compliment me about the experience that we are creating, I mean, really, it's just me trying to share with them what I experienced or what I was feeling when I was going to Mad Planet.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing like being 15 and going to this incredible world with all the lights and, you know, all the decorations. If you've never been to Mad Planet in Milwaukee, it's Milwaukee's oldest dance club.
Yep.
Longest running, especially consecutive running. And the owner, Rosemary, just has this place decorated just so well. There's like little like Easter eggs to find everywhere. When Halloween happens, it's even more like she just throws everything into it. And just the eye-opening kind of experience of going there as a kid and never having seen any place like this.
Yeah.
There would be nothing like it.
It's like if you turned Paul Rubin's house into a dance club.
Yeah. Forgot kids.
Yeah. Well,
no, it's not even like it's not.
Yeah. I mean, there's some of that, but there's also something out of that.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. Like there's some 70s vibe in there. There's like kind of like a go-go vibe. Like
LCD.
Yeah. Like LSD.
LCD?
LCD. Yeah.
No. LSD. Yeah.
Like there's a magic bike ride happening in there. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It's also the Mad Planet bathroom is like the friendliest place on the planet.
Yeah, this is the lore that I hear. I have never hung out in the ladies' bathroom in Mad Planet.
Ever?
I put up posters in there, but that's as far as I've ever gone.
And I put posters up in the men's, which is fun because I like to put them up like right where it's staring at you. But if you have never been to Mad Planet, if you ever need an ego boost, you just need to hang out in the ladies' room at Mad Planet. Your entire life will get better, and you'll have 5 new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I hear.
But yeah. But that's what's cool about this, and that's what's great about Spooky Frog too. Is now that we're bringing an author element into it, and I think, I didn't realize that horror literature was somewhat looked down upon. Like I was so blissfully ignorant of it until kind of recently, actually, where it's sometimes a struggle to break through and. In horror because it's kind of a looked down upon. Yeah, there's a stigma to the genre, and it's funny because. All of the good horror movies that have come out in the last few years, well, not all of them, but like a good chunk of the good horror movies that have come out in the last few years, and many years actually, I mean, going back to The Shining, are because of horror books. Like they were horror books first. So all of this media we're consuming that we love is based off of books that people just don't give consideration to and don't see the value in and kind of look at it as like, well, that's trash literature. And I think the only type of literature that's looked down on more is like smut.
Like romance.
Yeah, which also has its place. And now like people are realizing, hey, people like smut. So now it's actually having a resurgence. Horror is having a resurgence, but I was so blissfully unaware that this was even a thing. So I was just like happily like, la, 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 I'm going to do this horror thing with books, and didn't realize that there was a big need and a big like want for this type of event.
For sure.
That's just been incredible to me. And then meeting all of these great authors, meeting people like Nick, who's just got such an incredible story, has overcome so much, is such a strong person, and has really just created some amazing things. He actually has a bunch of free content that you can consume too. So if you go on to
OnlyFans. Just go directly to
yeah, Jeffy has an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
No, it's his OnlyFans. That's where the free content is.
No.
He shows a lot of ankle.
Yeah, only ankles. That's our Mormon version. No, but nickbotic.com, he's got, I think, 50 free short stories that you can read there.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he gives a lot of himself to the community and to readers. There's also a couple read-throughs of his book on YouTube. You can go to NoSleep Pod, and then he's got Mr. Creepypasta does a narration as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Mr. Creepypasta actually did a narration of Pen Pal too, which I thought was amazing. Like what he does with that, especially having it not be like a professional narration job or anything like through like Simon & Schuster or something like that.
Sure.
I was so impressed because it really did hold my attention and it was so creepy to listen to. And it's a quick listen too. So definitely check out Mr. Creepypasta. Go to nickbotic.com. Check out his free stuff. Buy his book. He will be at Spooky Frog in October as well on the 18th. But yeah, I was just so impressed with this book, and I thought you'd get kind of a kick out of it too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I do want to go over triggers though, because this one does have some triggers here.
For sure.
Does the dog die? So if you want to not know if the dog dies or not, you will want to skip past this part. So I'm giving you a chance now. If you don't want any spoilers, you don't want any triggers, skip past this right now. A dog does die. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's not nice either. You can skip over it without it ruining the story at all. So if you want to, go ahead and skip it. It's like one page and you can blow right past it. It's not going to affect the story at all. Otherwise, triggers of, stalking, kidnapping, bad things happen to children because it's centered around children. So if you don't like that sort of thing, this story is not for you. Find a different one of his stories to go with. But yeah, it really reads like a good psychological thriller. So I was just so impressed and really looking forward to checking out more of Nick Botic's stuff and probably like really bothering him the next time I see him about more now that I've read and asking him more about like what parts of Kimmy are the Kimmy in the book too.
Sure.
And I want to know if the cat that is in the book is actually one of his cats too. There's a cat.
Love it.
Yeah, there's a cat in the book, and I want to know if it's one of his actual cats. So, but yeah, that is our book for today.
I love it.
Our book and a bunch of really silly stuff that we said. So check out our next episode. We've got a couple episodes before this. By the time you hear this, we will have launched.
Absolutely.
It's been a long time coming. So, but check out gothbarge.com. Check out Spooky Frog events on Instagram, Spooky Frog on Facebook. And we've got a whole lot of things coming for you. We've got new content coming out all the time. We've got hot sauce. We've got t-shirts. We're going to have more stuff all the time. But
till then,
stay creepy.